What are kind of your emotions coming into this weekend with a chance to win another Pac-12 championship?
Exciting, bittersweet. You know, we've never won a Pac-12 championship at home. We've never been crowned champion at home. So to be able to do that my senior year, it's very special to be around the home crowd and the friends and the family, and especially on senior weekend. You know, usually you clinch the title before the senior weekend or games happen, so it's definitely going to be a special weekend.
Those three teams were all great teams, but do you kind of feel like with the way the pitching's coming around, that this team's maybe built even better to win a national championship?
Well, you know, coaches always talk about it's not just pitching. It's definitely your defense and your hitting and your pitching. All three have to work well. And I think when we go to the World Series, there's no surprise we haven't been hitting when we get there. Our pitching does well, but it's something about our hitting that we can't really figure out. So our pitching will get us there, but we just have to figure out our hitting once we're there.
When you arrived on campus 4 years ago, is this something you kind of considered for Pac-12 championships in 4 years?
Not at all. It's definitely taken me by surprise. The first one,
Yeah.
and then the second one, and then the third. Well, we can do the fourth for sure, but like I said before, doing it at home we've never done before, and especially I think it'll be a special moment when you do it on the new stadium.
Yeah.
So, but one game away, you know, we can't underestimate Utah. They're a great team. So,
What's different from, you know, when you won your first Pac-12 championship to potentially winning this one? What's really changed for you, and what's kind of the different mindset you take into this?
I think as a freshman, you're always scared.
Yeah.
So, when you do end up winning the Pac-12 your freshman year, you're more surprised. Versus this year, you come into it more with like a competitiveness and, you know, we're going to win it this year versus, wow, we won it. Oh my God, cool, you know? So there's definitely a change in the mindset going after a Pac-12 championship.
Well, the senior class, you know, like I said, 4 in 4 years if you guys can finish it out. What type of legacy does that leave?
That's a tough one to beat for these underclassmen, but they can definitely do it.
What do you see in Utah? I mean, as a team, what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses?
Utah has definitely always been a good hitting team. They're great. They put down bunts. They move runners over. Team stuff, you know. So just keeping them down in runs is what's going to help us out.
The new facility is obviously shinier and nicer, but have you noticed a difference in your home field advantage here as opposed to your home field?
Definitely this field kind of mirrors the field at the World Series, and I know they built it that way for that purpose, so when we get there we're not shocked at the surrounding crowds and the way the stadium is built. So it definitely helps us in the long run, preparing us for the environment that we're going to be in for the World Series.
Clinching the Pac-12 is first order of business. How much thought do you guys put into your seeding and, you know, getting a super regional here as well?
You know, it's something that we don't like to look at, but it's something you have to look at because you have to prepare to travel for the regional or not to travel to the regional. But rankings is something that you try not to get involved with as a player and leave it to the coaches to handle. But it's always great to have that home field advantage for regional and super regional, especially with our crowd here.
Do you feel like you have to sweep this weekend to kind of cement a top 8 seed?
Definitely going for that. We're going for the sweep, always. But to try and solidify our spot coming into the last weekend is the sweep's going to help us for the RPI standings.
Let's say you guys don't get a top 8 seed. You're sort of that 9-10 sort of on that verge. Do you feel like maybe shipping off a little further out of the region, Central, Eastern time, might actually be a benefit, considering that you do travel, but you don't do much travel back east?
That's definitely one way to look at things, to take the positives away from traveling for a super regional, to get a new environment you've never been in. So we always want to play at home, but we've never traveled for a super regional as long as I've been on this team. I hear stories of the Texas Super Regional before I got here, and it was always excitement going into someone else's home and winning, and then going to the World Series. So that could be cool too. That's a positive way to look at it. But like I said before, we're going to try to get that Super Regional here.
Do you remember the 3 previous celebrations of the championship? Where were you guys each year? Pac-12 celebrations.
I remember last year we were at Arizona celebrating it on their field. I think that one was really special to me because the three-peat, you know. But as far as the other ones, right now I can't think where we were at, to be honest.
And Arizona really challenged you guys in that series.
Yeah, Arizona always is a tough series to play at home against on their turf. Their fans are...
Has it been hard down the stretch with such a comfortable lead, or is it just a matter of measuring yourselves against yourselves down the stretch?
When we look at leads in pack play, we don't really see them as leads because our conference is always difficult to play any day, you know. But there's really no comfort in leads in our conference, but it's nice to have a lead, if that makes sense.
It's better than the
Every game
alternative.
is scary.